Welcome to HFY Vault channel. Real stories, real feelings. If you feel something today, stay with us.
Alien Harem captures a human, they never expected him to conquer them. The cell was silent. Too silent. The human sat on the cold floor, his hands locked in glowing alien chains. Blue light moved across the walls like living shadows. Outside the glass cage, 6 alien women watched him. Their eyes were sharp. Their faces calm. Their armor smooth and deadly. He was alone. He was weak. He was captured. At least, that is what they believed. None of them noticed his breathing slow down. None of them saw the small smile form on his face. Because the human was not afraid. He was thinking. The capture. His name was Ethan Cole, a deep space scout from Earth. His ship had entered a forbidden zone near the Virex star system. Humans called it empty space. Aliens called it home. The Zyra Dominion ruled this system. They were advanced. Cold. Strategic. And they believed humans were simple creatures, strong bodies, weak minds. That belief cost them everything. Ethan's ship was disabled in seconds. Energy nets wrapped around the hull. Teleport beams pulled him out like a broken tool. When he woke up, he was here. The alien women were not guards. They were commanders, elite leaders of the Zyra Dominion. Each ruled a fleet. Each had never lost a war. And each had one goal. Study the human. Break him. Use him. They called themselves a harem, not for pleasure, but for control. In their culture, a captured male from a weak race was shared, tested, and then erased. Ethan knew none of this. But he understood one thing. They were watching him. The first test. Commander Lyrics, the tallest of them, stepped forward. Her voice was smooth, like metal over ice. Human. Speak. Why did you enter our space? Ethan looked up slowly. I got lost, he said. The commanders exchanged glances. That was not the answer they expected. Lyrics activated a pain signal. The chains tightened. Energy burned through Ethan's arms. He screamed. Then he laughed. Not loud. Not crazy. Just enough. That made them pause. You enjoy pain? Lyrics asked. No, Ethan said, breathing hard. But pain tells me I'm still alive. Silence filled the room. Commander Vexa, the intelligence master, leaned closer to the glass. Interesting, she said. Most break by now. Ethan met her eyes. Most don't plan ahead. That was the moment they made their first mistake. They kept him alive. The human mind. Days passed. They tested his body. His limits. His reactions. He failed every physical test. Too slow. Too weak. Too small. The commanders laughed. But Ethan noticed patterns. He noticed how Lyrics always gave orders, but never questioned them. How Vexa gathered data, but never trusted instinct. How Commander Syrah, the youngest, watched him in silence. They were powerful. But they were divided. And humans were not. Ethan began to talk. Not to fight. Not to beg. To tell stories. He spoke of Earth wars. Of humans fighting stronger enemies. Of victories won with nothing but will and teamwork. The commanders listened. Not because they wanted to. Because they could not stop. The crack in the armor. One night cycle, Syrah entered the cell alone. You are not afraid, she said. I am, Ethan replied. I just don't let it rule me. She tilted her head. Fear rules all. Not humans, he said. We make fear work for us. Syrah hesitated. Your people are slaves in our records. Not anymore, Ethan said. And not me. She studied him for a long time. Then she turned off one of the pain signals. Do not waste this, she whispered. That was the second mistake. Turning the tables. Ethan began teaching. Simple things. How humans plan in groups. How leaders listen. How trust creates strength. Syrah listened. Then Vexa. Then even lyrics. They did not realize what was happening. They were no longer studying the human. They were learning from him. When a rival alien fleet attacked the Zyra border, chaos broke out. The commanders argued. Each wanted control. Ethan spoke. Divide your fleets. Use deception. Make them chase shadows. They ignored him. They lost 3 ships. The next battle, they listened. They won. The commanders stared at Ethan like he was no longer prey, but something else. Something dangerous. The rise of the human. Ethan was removed from the cell. Not as a prisoner. As an advisor. He walked freely among them. He spoke openly. He challenged their ideas. And every time they listened, they won. The harem was no longer a cage. It was a council. And Ethan sat at the center. Other commanders whispered. How does a human control them? They did not understand. Humans do not conquer with force alone. They conquer with influence. The final move. The Zyra High Council discovered the truth. A human was guiding their greatest leaders. They ordered Ethan's execution. The harem was told to stand aside. They did not. Lyrics stepped forward. He is under our protection. He is a threat, the council replied. Yes, Lyrics said. But he is our threat. War erupted within the Dominion. Ethan did not fight. He planned. He united fleets. He turned rivals into allies. He exposed weak leaders. When the war ended, the Zyra Dominion stood stronger than ever. Under new rule. Not human rule. But human guidance. The Conqueror. Ethan stood on a balcony, looking at alien stars. You could leave, Syrah said beside him. I could, he replied. But you won't. No, Ethan said. Because this matters. The harem stood behind him, not as captors, but as partners. They had captured a human. They had planned to break him. Instead, he conquered them. Not with weapons, but with the one thing they never expected. The human mind.
More feelings are coming. Like, subscribe, and don't miss them.